Hi, I'm Stephanie Ike.
And I'm Angelica Nwandu.
And we are the hosts of The Same Room.
Erica Campbell and Megan Good recently took part in an episode of The Same Room that's causing a lot of debate.
Chance the Rapper came out with an amazing interview with The Same Room.
The Same Room is a talk show and podcast that's breaking the mold of religion by discussing faith in the context of today's culture. The show has featured Chance the Rapper.
Jesus is the Prince of Peace, right? Yeah. So the idea of peace is, calm within the storm, not necessarily afterwards.
Yvonne Orji.
God has already in my life let me know that timing is not an issue for him, right? It could be an issue for me, but it's not an issue for him.
Jeannie Mai Jenkins.
I really feel like when you love God first, it's also loving you first.
Yeah.
When you do that, you notice everything shift in its priority.
Megan Good.
There's times when I see someone get something, I'm like, oh man, I'm happy for it, but I wish I could have, and I have to check myself and remind myself, God has what he has for me, and you need to celebrate her, and you need to support her.
Charlemagne.
You might have your vision board laid out. You might have your long-term goals written out, your short-term goals written out. You may have things in your heart that you absolutely want to do, but when it doesn't happen, do you keep pushing, or do you listen to that voice in your head that says, I don't want you to have this right now? Because a lot of times God be protecting us from ourselves. He be protecting us from things that's going to hurt us.
Sarah Jakes Roberts.
I had to understand that there is a part of me that needs validation. And if I am not careful, I will modify my own morals and my own ethics in search of that validation. And so waiting allowed me to set up some boundaries. Okay, we don't go lower than this. Okay, we don't speak like this. We don't give until we're empty ourselves.
Kirk Franklin.
If we're ever going to bring any type of respect back to a community of faith, the first thing to be able to do is to acknowledge we made some mistakes. There have been several mistakes.
Adrian Houghton.
I know that God had spoken to me and told me that that was not the man for me, but I wanted that.
Amber Riley.
My trauma was my responsibility, so now I have to do what I need to do to move forward in my life.
Erica Campbell.
God puts his people everywhere. That's where we belong. We belong in finance, in government, in music, in sports. We belong absolutely everywhere because we're supposed to be a light. And sometimes you don't come in there with a Bible saying, hey, I'm the Jesus girl. You just let this love from the inside out shine.
And more.
The greatest reason why I believe a show like this can impact culture is because it already has culture's attention.
Love the tagline where faith meets culture, and I love the fact that it's on a platform like the Shade Room. This show is gonna win just because nobody's expecting this. They're gonna be blown away when they see what the conversation is about.
The Same Room, where faith meets culture.